reduce fuel to 97 naira per litre this year, says Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, saying soon fuel will sell at 97 naira per litre, federal government announces. It is unbelievable, but it looks to be true, according to what Vice President Yemi Osinbajo said to the gentlemen of the press last Tuesday. The Vice President was seen helping out a petrol attendant at an Oando filling station in Lagos. The Nigerian federal government has said it has laid out a plan to drive the production of alternative fuel, compressed natural gas (CNG), that ultimately would reduce fuel price at around 95 naira to 97 naira per litre. The Minister of State of Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, further repeated this fact while facing journalists in Abuja on Thursday morning. With CNG, it is hoped that the cost of fuel will reduce drastically. It is yet to be seen if this is just another Nigerian government gimmick or if they are for real this time around. So, guys, this news has come up, but it was not really the vice president that said it, but he's coming out again to confirm what has been said before now, because we've heard it that that the federal government is saying this is going to do this, is going to reduce the fuel price to that amount, but now that it's coming from the vice president trying to assure Nigerians to affirm what has been said before, because a lot of people discarded it, a lot of people just wave it off that they have come again with all these their promises. At the end of the day, what will happen? They will start giving you stories and all of that. And meanwhile, we know the promises of what the former petroleum minister for state said, Ibe Kachuku. He made a lot of promises, a lot of things, gave a lot of hopes, but at the end of the day, all the hopes were dashed out, and Nigerians still remain, are still going through all those tough times. They will come and tell you, oh, I didn't say this, I was misquoted, I was this, I was that. Before you know again, the vice president will tell you that, oh, this was what he meant by doing all of those things. They just, I don't just know, because these people, they will just go around and be saying, you see people be smiling, be laughing, and these people are not really getting this whole thing right. The masses, when they are supposed to ask pertinent questions, they will not ask questions. Once they just see somebody who is just who is just highly there, who is influential, even if they have been saying all manner of things behind you, once they see the person, they will just be dumbfounded. To even speak will be a problem. The next thing, they will be chanting the person's praises. If the person leaves, those things that you're supposed to talk, to ask, you will not be able to ask. Then you start complaining again. I don't know, we just respect people unduly. I'm not saying people should not be respected, but that doesn't take the fact that you need to ask them pertinent questions. Because the system has made it that you don't question leaders, you don't question them. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and they will tell you anything, then you just have to take it just like that. It doesn't work that way. Even at that filling station, you will see a lot of people, they will just, hey, see the vice president, see the vice, and so what? As if that will put table on your food on your table. Just respect people unduly at your own detriment. It's very, very unfortunate. They will come back again and be telling you all manner of stories. This year alone, they have said they are still going to lift 100 people out of poverty. And people are like, how are you going to do it? How are you going to do that? What are the measures that you are bringing up that will cushion this effect? Well, some people say there's no problem. Let's wait and see. Seeing is believing until it happens before we know all of those things. A lot of things that they say that they're going to do this year. It is our prayer. They do the needful, but a situation whereby they will say something at the end of the day, they won't do it. You don't expect people to continue to believe any statement or any rhetorics from them. So that is just the way it is. Someone says here that till then, until it happens before we will know what to say. But for the now, nothing, nothing, nothing. Someone says, just do it. Don't make promises again. We are tired of hearing so many of your I will do this or I will do that. Don't tell us again. Just do it. Tell us after you have done it. That's it. He's only referring to imaginary government not this APC government. Really? Another person believes that the vice president, who is just a bench warmer, is even talking another liar Mohammed. He's talking another liar Mohammed. Action speaks better than words. Jonathan never told Nigerians that he will reduce fuel price. We all woke up one day and it was done and sold for 65 naira per liter. APC is the biggest fraudsters of all times. God bless Ibili. Jonathan. Hmm. It's a very unfortunate. Honestly, very, very unfortunate. Campaign promise 45 naira per liter. Empty promise 97 naira. Which way, Nigeria? Hate promise. Thank God, not 45 naira liter. This is not news because that was about the price you met it. When you assumed office. In fact, you don't need to reduce it. It reduces itself when a more human face government takes over. This is really a valid statement, the first aspect of the statement, that this is the price you met it in the first place. The same thing to exchange rate, naira to other currencies. The same thing. The same way the situation they met on ground, the same way they met it, they made it worse. And at the end of the day, they started coming back to the way they met it. And that was when they started, this they let us out of recession and what have you, out of recession. But what happened? They were the one that brought us into it. Someone says Nigeria government is not serious. They are political liars. Bunch of liars. To hell with your fake promises. Preparing for next level of suffering and smiling. Mr. Vice President, remember to continue market women money sharing. You people are deceiving yourself. That one is history now. The money he was sharing in the market during election time, it was really, really intense. Going from pillar to post, going to all the markets in Nigeria, sharing money that they want to help people. How has it helped the people now? How has he removed people from poverty? The people who collected that money now, how much have they realized? What have they gained? What have they gained? It's unfortunate. Someone say with your God belong to nobody, Abby. These are empty promises. I don't believe politicians until I see it. Nobody will ever trust this APC government on whatever promise they make. Do whatever you wish to do and let the people react. We are tired of all these promises and failed government of Buhari and Osinbajo. That's it. The government can do it, but they won't do it, period. It is doable. It is doable. Some people will say they don't have a political will to do some things. They don't have that political will. It is the political will that is lacking, that they are not ready to do it because they are considering a lot of things. Considering a lot of things before they do it, and yet they don't even consider the masses because they themselves are well to do. They are satisfied on their own, so they don't even know how it feels. Even some of them who were in that position before, that they were suffering, but at some point when they just get, once they are relieved or they get one or two things, that is the end. Nobody, they don't think, majority of people don't even think about others. The only thing you just be seeing, what they will be expecting people to do is for people to be bowing down, for them to be greeting them, to be worshiping them. That is just all, because they believe that they are on top. Someone says here that positive actions is what Nigerians need, not propaganda in a time like this. Story, story, story. Who will believe you? Who is going to believe them? It is well with our nation. You people are just toying with the future of this nation. Even you, Pastor Osinbajo. We already lost hope in this Buhari Osinbajo's government of deception. This is the most wicked administration in the whole of Nigeria history. We are only moving from bad to worse, yet they can't positively change almost anything. Someone says this is a love letter telling Nigerians that a fuel will go back to 95 to 97 naira. And someone was made a very point there that was exactly what was. No, that is the price that it was selling before you people came in, and you just put it back on 148. At the end of the day, they are still paying the subsidy. things are just getting worse. The food items, skyrocketed, and yet they took us into recession. They are trying to come out of the recession. It is out of coming out of that recession, they are now praising themselves. The level Nigeria was, let's say, for example, Nigeria was at the level of a 5. You reduce them to 2. Now you are trying to adjust or to correct your mistakes, to correct the mess. You are climbing from 2 to 3. Now you are telling Nigeria, oh, come and see what we are doing. Can't you see we are improving? Which in the first place we were in level 5. You brought us to level 2. You are trying to climb again to meet up that level 5. That is what they are praising, saying it's an achievement. With all the propaganda, with all the promises, what have we gained? Where has it landed us? Nowhere. Now telling us that it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Tomorrow now, you will hear another thing. So guys, that is just my own submission, my own point of view. This news came up last week, which we talked about it, but now the vice president is saying the same thing, because it was really coming more from the Minister of State, Minister of Petroleum, at the state level, which is a Siva. Now, Vice President is saying it. Let's see what will happen. If they say it's going to be like that, but they should remember that that was what was selling for. It was selling for 95 naira before now. So telling us it is not really a new thing. They ought to have even reduced it more than that price they met it when they came in 2015. So guys, let's say your take whether you think all this is doable, or even if it's doable, if they do it at the end of the day, is it really going to be a plus to them in the first place? Because that was what was selling as at the time they came in. That was the price that it was sold at 2015. So guys, let's say your take. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Bye.